Welcome to another episode of Just Talk with Gabe. I'm here, my sidekick is here.
Here.
And so is our guest. Let's get started. Who do we have on today's show?
Today we have a special treat. We have someone who is actually an aerialist, actress, singer, and songwriter, Alisha Liston.
I can't wait to hear how she got started with all of that. But,
Absolutely.
But before we get started, we have to give a shout out to our sponsors, Fade Life Clothing, BCK Online, and Link PR.
Fade Life Clothing is a unique clothing line out of Atlanta, Georgia, geared towards those who love intoxicating style.
BCK Online is a digital online magazine that keeps you in the know and up to date on lives of entertainers, rising stars, parents, and much more.
And welcome to our newest member of the family, Link PR. Link PR is definitely the missing link to your success in the entertainment industry.
I'm glad Fade Life and BCK Online are both back for another season, and welcome Link PR. All right, guys, go grab your snacks, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Alisha, welcome to the show. We're glad you could join us for an episode of Just Talk with Gabe.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being on. Now let's get into it.
All right.
You are a singer, songwriter, actress, and aerialist. Tell us how you got started overall with the industry.
Well, yeah, so in terms of, so each kind of subject has a bit of a different story to it. But for singing, I started singing and songwriting pretty much since forever. I guess since I really knew how to talk or, pick up a pen and write a verse.
Right.
Although, as I got more into, naturally my parents got me into singing lessons. And as I got more into that, I found it was hard to find a teacher who would teach performance. So we looked to the acting coach, Mary McDonough, because we figured acting should be somewhat similar to performing. And she suggested that I should try out acting. And so my parents at first were kind of uncertain. And then we had the ear doctor incident.
Oh, boy. What's the ear doctor?
Oh, boy.
So, my 5-year-old self had an ear infection. Fun fact with Alisha Liston, I have eczema.
Oh, wow.
So do I.
Oh, wow, perfect. We're the eczema trio.
Exactly.
But so with that, I had a pretty bad ear infection. And so my 5-year-old self went to the waiting room lobby and stood in the middle of the room and pretty much asked everybody for their names and what their lives were like, why they were there.
Oh, wow.
And I even remember people who were sharing photos of their kids with me. I was 5. So pretty much a lot of people from that day had told my parents she should really get into acting. She should really be an entertainer. So here I am.
Oh, that's so cool.
Awesome.
And then with Ariel, so I was looking around for different kinds of dance studios, and I found Avanti Aerial, Avanti had an aerial program, and I decided, okay, why not try it out? So now I'm hooked.
Wow.
And so fast forward to 4 years of training, I'm now on a aerial performance team. So that's been really awesome.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah, that is. Now, going to acting, out of all your projects, which has been your favorite?
Ooh, I would say, so I did this one project. It was a USC short film, and it was called Aubergine. And I really loved the set and the message and the people that worked on there. The director, Xanthi, was the sweetest person, and I really liked how I'm a very big person with talking about mental health and such. And it was a film dedicated to raising awareness for depression in kids and teens, and I just really loved the message. So I think that was probably my favorite project.
Oh, that's very important.
It's
that's
very
awesome.
important.
Thank you.
Is there one role that you've portrayed that is the most like you?
I would say in terms of roles that are most like me, probably that would be when I'm really playing myself in a lot of my music videos. In my music videos, I'm telling my story. So that's probably what you get as closest to me as possible.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Like music videos and portraying yourself. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're just being yourself.
You're just being yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. And it's really cool because I get to basically be the director and an actor at the same time, which I find is a really cool experience.
That is.
Yeah, that is.
That is. Now, what would be the perfect role? Would it be just kind of continuing to be yourself in your music videos? Or is there one role that you're like, hey, I want to tackle that?
Well, I would say I think my music videos is what makes me probably the happiest. I love the songwriting process and really the whole process from being in the studio songwriting to the finished music video product. But that said, I also am a huge fantasy lover. So if I possibly could be, the teen protagonist in a young adult fantasy film that fights a cool dragon, I wouldn't mind that,
There you go.
There we go.
Throw that out there.
Yeah, definitely. Now, going back to you being an aerialist, wow, it's like, what made you even want to do that?
I guess it just looked like really a blast. It looked like, you'd basically feel like flying, and you do feel like flying. So I guess that's really what kind of drove me to try it out.
That
Right.
sounds so
Like,
cool.
it's like, what exactly do you have to do to stay in shape to, fly in the air and all that?
Well, I do train quite a bit. So I go to a studio and have classes 2 days per week. And in addition, since I am on a performance team,
Uh-huh.
Right.
I do make routines quite often, so I do need to be planning those out at home in my head and seeing what moves I want to put where and listening to the music a lot. So I will do that in my spare time and in general warming up and conditioning at home as well.
That's so
That's
cool.
cool.
I think if I was to try it, I would have to go like wee, kind of like flying through the air.
Yeah,
Like,
there's
Yeah.
a lot of times the first time I'm trying out a drop, sometimes I'll even like squeal a bit if I'm nervous or something like that. So the first time I usually have some interesting sound effect to go with it.
So yes, it would not just be me. Okay.
Awesome. Yeah. Now, would you like to maybe one day perform in shows like Circus Soleil or something like that?
I will say with Circus Soleil, I think that would be a super cool opportunity, and I'd love to perform in shows like that. But that said, I do know it is a huge time commitment and
Right.
just a really big commitment. So I think it would be a super cool opportunity, but not necessarily for me. But I
Right.
totally have a tremendous respect for Circus Soleil performers and artists. So yeah.
Right. I
Right.
think it's just like a hard.
Yeah,
It's so hard, and watching,
watching them do it is just amazing.
it is.
Absolutely, yeah. Hmm.
Now, as a singer-songwriter, what has been your proudest moment so far?
August 27th, the day I had released Beautiful Illusion. So Beautiful Illusion was my first EP. And yeah, I would say that's probably my proudest moment.
Oh,
Congratulations.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, where do you find inspiration for your music?
I would say really all my songs are inspired by just life and lessons I've learned and things like that, really.
Right. Now, you have a new project out. Tell us about it.
Well, I have a few new performance videos that are have been releasing. I have actually another one coming out next week.
Oh, wow.
So I've been constantly releasing new performance videos, and also I'm looking forward to release a few more covers. And in addition, in the background, I am working on a second EP. So stay tuned for that.
All right,
That's
we're
gonna
gonna
be
have to have you
great.
back when that comes out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but in the meantime, however, we're gonna go on commercial break.
Okay. Alicia, would you stay with us for some fun after commercial?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, we'll be right back, guys. Welcome back to the show, everyone.
Welcome back, guys.
And if you have not downloaded Anchor.fm,
Do it.
do it. Start making your own podcast today. And in the meantime, we will get back to this podcast.
Absolutely.
All righty. So, what would you say is your favorite city and why?
Ooh, I'd say probably Athens and Greece. I've always really wanted to go to Greece.
I want to go to Greece so bad.
Yes, absolutely. The architecture is so gorgeous there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm jealous.
I just want to go to Greece and then Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, what is your favorite song of all time?
That's tough. I don't know if I can choose one. I love like all of IDK How What They Found Me's work, Cave Town's work. Like there's so many amazing artists. And then just choosing one song from one artist.
That's hard to do.
Yeah.
I have been repeatedly listening to Touch Tone Telephone for quite some time. So but I really, there's so many amazing artists. There's I cannot decide.
Okay, well we'll get back to you on that
Yeah.
one. What's your favorite piece of random trivia? Just like the most random thing you know.
Well, so I'm glad you asked. So I am a huge person when it comes to researching the medical industry of the 18th century.
Oh boy.
Nice.
In terms of one piece, I mean, I can go on for hours about it, but one piece of random trivia, actually, we had not discovered germs until the 19th century, which is crazy in my opinion. Like the entire medical industry is totally shifted from the 19th century to now. So
yeah, cool.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
And
I'm a big germaphobe too, so there you go.
Oh, well then.
You just can't go anywhere back in time.
No, I couldn't. I
can't,
could not.
They don't know it exists.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but you'd not want to go to London back in the 18th century. My apologies.
No, I'd have to take, a big thing of sanitizer. Be like, look, let me leave this with you. Let me discuss what's going on here, people.
Right. If you could do a duet with anyone, who would it be?
I'd probably say Sophie Pecora. She's another teen artist who is really cool, and I really love a lot of her work and her lyrics. So yeah, probably Sophie Pecora.
That's cool.
That's cool. Now, what was the first concert that you went to?
That I went to. I have no idea. And
yeah.
Wow.
I tried to think of that too, and I was like, I don't even remember.
Yeah, I've never been to a concert.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have like a vague memory of seeing Les Miserables when I was like, I think 7 or 8 or so, but that's all I can really remember. I'm not sure.
Right? So that one has us all stumped.
Yep, yeah. Absolutely.
Now, do you feel that you're young at heart or an old soul?
Ooh, I would say both and neither, really.
Good answer.
Interesting.
I feel there's some aspects of myself. I mean, I'm definitely not somebody who's, one way, straightforward, serious type person.
Right.
But I also, view that a lot of my lyrics, I would say are, they are quite a bit about life and such. And I don't feel like they would necessarily, I feel like they would be mature or classified as mature.
Right.
So I'm not really sure about that one. I don't know. What would you guys say?
I don't know. I mean, I think I'm young at heart.
You are.
Yeah, I think I am. I don't know. Yeah. Gabe's an old soul. He's like this old man that just kind of
trapped in the body of a teenager.
Yeah.
If you could take 5 things to a desert island, what would they be?
Do they need to be realistic?
Just whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
We have you pick some random thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, I would say Mary Poppins bag, so I can probably summon food whenever I need.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, I would also probably say probably a cell tower for listening to music and such. So that would be cell tower, headphones, and then device to connect it to. So like phone, headphone, cell tower. So that's another 3.
Right.
So I'm at 4. and then a boat. I want to see what it's like to like row in sand.
Okay, I'm coming to the island with you.
Yeah,
We're gonna have a good time. It sounds fun.
Thank you. I'm flattered.
Now, what is your favorite TV show or movie that you never get tired of watching?
Amphibia. I love Amphibia with all my heart.
That is, okay, I've never seen it.
Nope.
Give us a synopsis.
Oh, it is. Oh, it's crazy. It is. It's a show that's on, I believe, Disney XD. Although Amphibia is basically, it's the main character is a girl named Anne, and her and two other friends had been teleported into, well, the world of Amphibia.
Cool.
So they're figuring out how to, the first season was figuring out how to get back home, and then the second season, a lot of stuff happened at the season finale that I will not spoil for anybody. But the second season is basically they're trying to figure out how to get back to Amphibia, and I will leave the hanging questions remaining.
Okay, we're gonna have to. Yeah, we're gonna have to watch that.
They haven't watched a good cartoon in a while.
I know.
Yeah. Now, who's your favorite person to follow on TikTok?
Ooh, I follow a couple pretty cool cosplayers. So I would say probably, I follow one, her username is Cornix. Although basically, she cosplays as a crow, and I
Nice.
love that. So it's like a plague doctor. His name is Crow, and he it just does little dances and stuff, and I love it. Absolutely adore it.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so speaking of animals, kind of segueing into that. Cats or dogs? Which one?
Ooh,
you can do both.
Yeah.
I'm doing both. Both, and I stand by that.
Okay. Now, what is your most used emoji?
Probably purple hearts.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Now, mine is the one with the girl with her face palming. Don't. That's when I use.
Yeah, I text her a lot of weird stuff, and she just.
I just put the little dope girl.
Little are really.
Yeah.
Serious. Yep.
Yeah.
That's a mood.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. What is the one piece of advice you would give to people who want to be in the entertainment industry?
Definitely to have a purpose for your artistry, whether that's acting, music, circus arts, really anything in the industry. You need to have a message of what you want your audience to know and how you want your audience to see you, and build your brand around that. And it really helps for determining what kind of music you want to write, the lyrics, that kind of music, and a lot of stuff like that. So definitely have a purpose, have a goal. So yeah.
That's
okay.
Awesome.
That's great advice.
That's good advice.
Now, in addition to all that you have going on, what's next for you?
Well, like I think previously mentioned, I do have a few performance videos that are coming out.
Right.
And also some covers, and also I am really excited to hopefully be releasing a second EP. So I'm not exactly sure the exact date of when I'm thinking to release it, but I am planning to release it probably sometime this year. So
oh wow, that's gonna be new music in 22. That's good.
Yep, 2022.
Now, what's the one thing you want our audience to know about you?
I will say, not necessarily about me necessarily, but I feel like one of the things I definitely want to get across to people, and that the audience knows for themselves, is that really to love themselves. That's kind of my thing, at least with music, is writing about self-love and kind of going on a journey of figuring out who you are, and when sometimes that might not be the easiest journey to go on and such. So really, that'd probably be it, is I hope you're taking care of yourself. So yeah.
That's good.
That's good.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Now, the final question is, where can people find you on social media?
Well, you can find me on pretty much all streaming platforms under Alisha Liston, which is ALISHALISTON. In addition, I have social media platforms such as Instagram, I have TikTok, I have Facebook, and also I do have a website, which is AlishaListonMusic.com. So yeah, you can also find the latest releases on my email list there.
Oh,
All right.
That's
Well,
awesome.
thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And remember, when you're doing a drop, just go wee.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Was that not an awesome interview? Thanks to Alisha for coming on today. And she's going to play us out with her song, Whose Definition. So, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Daily dream, eating us alive, and slowly praise a stupid ideal. Bit our tongue, swallowed the poison. We were addicted to the medicine. Why does my body and my size put a price into my life? Who the heck decided to mess with my mind? It's crazy when you find there's a price attached to life. Who the heck decided to mess with our minds? Who wrote this sickening definition? Who's the authority and where is it engraved? Why should I be silent and ashamed? Prisons in my body, wish I could break away. Whose definition? Whose definition? Standards scratched out our eyes, bondage to the social ladder, floral bouquet. Each one is different, still so beautiful, like people. Why does my body and my size put a price onto my life? Who the heck decided to mess with my mind? It's crazy when you find there's a price attached to life. Who the heck decided to mess with our minds? Who wrote this sickening definition? Who's the authority and where is it engraved? Why should I be silent and ashamed? Prisons in my body, wish I could break away. Whose definition? Why does my body and my size put a price onto my life? Who the heck decided to mess with my mind? It's crazy when you find there's a price attached to life. Who the heck decided to mess with our mind? Who wrote this sickening definition? Who's the authority and where is it engraved? Why should I be silenced and ashamed? Imprisoned in my body, wish I could break away. Whose definition? Whose definition? Whose definition is this?